Hi, welcome back to the channel. It's another day, another video. Today we're ranking the Premier League number 8 as requested by Enquiries. Thank you very much for that suggestion. Before we get into it, please do subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Hit the bell so you get notifications every time I do a new video. Like the video, comment below with your thoughts, I should say, on my ranking, my harsh, my fair, and any other ranking videos you want to see me do. And join my Patreon where you can get extra rankings for a couple of pounds a month and get mentioned below every single video, as my current patrons do as well as helping the channel grow and move forward. So would very much appreciate that indeed. Before we get into the video, yes, I am working on the 92 Club song. I get a lot of questions about it this time of year. I'm really glad that people are really keen to hear it. I've been working tonight with my editor, hoping to get it done by this Friday, hopefully this week, before the Premier League season kicks off. But I am working a full-time job at the moment, so bear with me. But we'll get there. We'll get there. I promise. It'll be out very, very soon indeed. Right, let's get on with ranking the Premier League number 8 for this season, 23-24, starting with Bournemouth, who don't have one. Yes, much like past videos, there's a few teams that don't seem to have a squad number. It was Jefferson Lerma, gone to Palace. He might show up later in the video. Currently, no one seems to be wearing the number 8 officially. I've looked in pre-season and no one seems to be wearing it. I thought Justin Kluivert might wear it, but he's been wearing number 19 in pre-season. So, Bournemouth fans, is there a number 8? Is there not? Let me know below. Currently, Bournemouth, bottom of my list, but there's no number 8. Second bottom, it's Chelsea, who have routinely been bottom of this list for all my number rankings, because they also don't have a number 8. It was Kovacic, again, might show up later in the list, but he's gone to Man City, and currently, I've been looking again through pre-season, doesn't seem like anyone's wearing the number 8 shirt. But we might find out in a few days if that's changing. Chelsea fans, let me know below. Am I right? Am I wrong about that? But currently, Chelsea, 19th on my list, because they haven't got a number 8. Moving on to a team who do have a number 8, it's Luton, with Luke Berry. Have to admit, I'd never heard of this guy before. Googling this, I can see that he's been at Luton for a little bit. Doesn't seem like a regular, but does have the number 8 shirt, so can't be too bad. He does sound like a Luton player. Actually, sounds more like a Bournemouth player, Luke Berry. I wish him well for the season. I don't know how much we're going to see of him, but because I've never heard of him, he's number 18th in my list. At number 17th, the player I have heard of, it's Burnley's Josh Brownhill. I wouldn't say the best player in the world, but reliable. I don't know how much he'll feature this season, but he is Burnley's number 8. Been there for a while. I think he's a real sort of stalwart for the club. I wish him all the best. I wish Burnley all the best this season as well. But if we're talking about our number 8 rankings, I'd say he's probably one of the most limited. Not as limited as Luke Berry, obviously. Anyway, Josh Brownhill, number 17th in my list of number 8s. Moving up into 16th, we've got Sander Berge from Sheffield United. Now, as I'm making this video, he's currently still a Sheffield United player, but I believe he's about to move to Burnley. Whether he'll get the number 8 shirt from Brownhill, who knows? Whether they'll be tussling over it in the training ground, who knows? But currently, he's still at the Blades and is number 8. He's a very good player. I got a lot of time for him. He signed last time in the Premier League, stuck with them as they've gone down, back up again. I think he'd actually be a big loss if they sold him to Burnley, a direct relegation rival. Be a very strange transfer. But anyway, currently he's at the Blades and he's number 16th in my list. At number 15, it's Nottingham Forest's new number 8, Cheick Kouyaté, a player I know very well, having played a couple of seasons for Crystal Palace, where he was our number 8 as well. He was number 21 last season for Forest. He's just been given the new number 8 shirt. He's a very good player. I would say quite underrated in the Premier League. Does a really good job. Was brilliant for Forest last season. One of the reasons they did so well and battled against the drop. So maybe I'm a bit harsh putting him 15th. He is limited, but he does do a good job, especially for a team like Forest. So Cheick Kouyaté, 15th in my list. 14th in my list, we're heading to Wolves and their new number 8, João Gomez, who has been given the number 8 shirt after captain Ruben Neves left this summer. Neves would have been a lot higher up this list. João Gomez, younger player, newer player, joined in January, played 11 times last season. I think we'll see more from him this season, but to be honest, haven't really seen enough of him to put him too high up the list, but comes with a good pedigree, much like Wolves do. They're going to have a tough season, I think, the season Wolves, so we need players like Gomez to do well. It's a big weight, the number 8 shirt. Can he live up to it? We'll find out soon, but he is 14th in my list. 13th in my list, it's Pablo Fornals at West Ham. A good player who I don't feel like we've seen enough of. I feel like he played more in Europe than he did in the league, although I'm sure if I looked at actual stats to back that up, that wouldn't be the case. But doesn't seem to be used as much as maybe he should be, but is a very good player. Does score the odd absolute banger as well, and was very good at Selhurst 2 seasons ago when West Ham beat us 3-2. But because he doesn't seem to be that regular, although West Ham fans let me know in the comments, am I wrong about that? I've put him a bit lower down my list in 13th. In 12th is a player who is at Tottenham. It's Yves Bissouma, who was fantastic at Brighton, moved to Tottenham and has struggled, let's be honest. If he's still at Brighton, he probably would be higher in the list. Definitely has some quality there, but to be honest, any Spurs player apart from Harry Kane is struggling at the moment, and he might not even be a Spurs player for much longer. Bissouma could do better, and if we do this list again in a year's time, I suspect he'll be higher up. I hope he would be, but he's not done well so far. I would say not living up to his promise, and that's why he is 13th or 12th. Where are we now? Anyway, bottom 10 in my list. At 11th, it's over to Bissouma's old club, Brighton, and their new signing, Mo Dahoud, who has been given the number 8 shirt. German international, signed from Dortmund. Again, I don't know too much about this player, but looks to have very good pedigree. And knowing Brighton and their recruitment, he'll probably end up being player of the season. But because I haven't seen much from him, I've currently got him very firmly in mid-table in 11th. But I suspect he could be a breakout start this season. We will soon find out. But currently, Mo Dahoud is 11th in my list of number 8s. At 10th, it's Everton's Amadou Onana, who is a very good number 8, a box-to-box midfielder. Now, everyone at Everton has struggled a bit recently, but they do have some quality in there, as shown by Dwight McNeil in my number 7s list yesterday. Onana is a good player, and I could even see him, if Everton struggle again, maybe moving on to a bigger club. But because of Everton's inconsistency, I've put him at 10th in my list, but he's got Premier League pedigree, and I think he could have a big season. We'll see this year. But anyway, 10th in my list is Onana at Everton. At 9th in my list is a player I'd say really underrated. It's Matthias Jensen at Brentford. It seems to be involved in a lot of good things Brentford do going forward, particularly last season. Was an absolute gem in Fantasy Premier League, who I never went near, unfortunately, because if I did, I would obviously jinx him, make him play terrible. But a great player, loved by Brentford, loved by the fans, loved by his teammates, and a very, very solid player. And again, one of the reasons Brentford have done so well, punched above their weight so well in recent times. So number 9th in my list of number 8s, Matthias Jensen. At number 8 of number 8s in my list, it's Fulham's Harry Wilson. Now, this might be a little bit high in the list, but he is a very good player. Had a good pre-season, got a sweet left foot, and former Liverpool player. Let's be honest, could be one of the best players in the league, but I don't know whether he's been struggling for form or not getting picked. Fulham fans, let me know in the comments below, but got the quality to be a very, very good player indeed. It'll be an interesting season to see how he does. So number 8 in my list of 8s is Harry Wilson. At 7th in my list of number 8s, it's Newcastle's new number 8, Anthony Gordon, who's moved from Everton. Had a fantastic summer for the England under-21s, arguably their player of the tournament. A good signing for Newcastle. They're picking up these players who are sort of floating around the top 6, top 7 of the Premier League, but have got real quality, and Anthony Gordon definitely does. Had a very good pre-season as well. Suspect he may have a big season. Be playing in Europe, that'll be interesting to see how he does. But I think he could be a very good player, potential really one for the future for England and for Newcastle. So number 7th on my list of number 8s, it's Anthony Gordon. At number 6 in my list, it's Aston Villa's new number 8. A lot of new number 8s in this list. It's Yuri Tielemans, who's obviously moved from Leicester, who were relegated to Villa. A very solid Premier League midfielder, Belgian international. Real pedigree with this guy. Scored that absolute banger in the cup final for Leicester a couple of years ago. Will be a perfect signing for Aston Villa. Will do very well for them, especially under Emery. A proper number 8, very classy player. Pull the strings in midfield. I like him a lot. I think he's fantastic, and that's why he's number 6th in my list. At 5th, and this might be Palace bias coming in actually as I'm saying the words out loud, having just put Tielemans in there. I think I've gone a bit too high, but anyway, Jefferson Lerma is number 5th in my list. Palace's new number 8, signed on a free from Bournemouth, which is a good signing. Bournemouth paid 25 million for him a couple of years ago. Very, very good player. Quietly went about his business at Bournemouth, but definitely one of the best number 8s in the league. I think it's a great signing for Palace. I'm doing some live editing of the list. I think I've put him too high. I probably should put him below Tielemans, possibly Anthony Gordon as well. But hey, do you know what? We do these lists for discussion. So there we go. You can tell me I'm wrong in the comments below. I'm fully expecting it. But currently, number 5th in my list, number 8, Jefferson Lerma. And number 4 in my list is Liverpool's new number 8, Dominik Szoboszlai, who's signed from RB Leipzig, or is it RB Salzburg? He's played for all the RBs. But he's now at the Red of Liverpool. Looks like he's got great quality. Could be really good signing. Liverpool fans, I know, are very excited about him. Haven't seen much from him, but because of the buzz around him at the moment, I put him at number 4th in my list. Liverpool fans, is that fair? Have I gone a bit too high? Have I gone too low? Let me know. What's he been like in pre-season? Currently number 4th in my list, Szoboszlai of Liverpool. Number 3 in my list, and we're getting into some proper number 8s now, is Man City's new number 8 and Chelsea's old number 8, Mateo Kovacic. An absolutely fantastic player. I cannot believe they've only got him for 25 million. perfect for Pep. You can see him already alongside Rodri in those defensive midfield positions. I think he's going to be an absolutely brilliant signing. Absolute steal at 25 million. The guy's got class oozing out of every pore. Was brilliant for Chelsea. Obviously formerly of Real Madrid. Absolute incredible pedigree. Might even possibly should be higher on my list. I don't know. Maybe because he just sort of goes about his business. He's not as flashy as the top two. But yeah, brilliant player. So number 3 in my list, amazing, only 2 places above Jefferson Lerma, is Mateo Kovacic of Man City. So there's only 2 players left. Are you keeping tags on who it is? Going to work out who number 1 is when I say that number 2 is Bruno Fernandes of Man United. Again, a new number 8. I think I might have got it last season. Was previously 18, I think. Obviously, their absolute talisman. Does everything. Leads from midfield, scores set pieces and penalties, and is an absolute real. I think he's just been made captain as well. A real captain. Like, everyone looks up to him. If you're an opposition player, you kind of hate him because he's scrawny and he gets in your face. But if you're a Man United player, you love him because he runs and runs and runs until he can't run no more. Great player, done brilliant since he joined the Premier League, and we'll have a big season, I'm sure, for Man United. It's Bruno Fernandes at number 2, which means that number 1 is, of course, Martin Ødegaard at Arsenal. What a player this guy is! Another ex-Real Madrid player. Brilliant season last year, arguably one of the players in the league. Well, it certainly was. Had they won the league, may even have been player of the year. Absolutely superb player. Got everything about him. That left foot is an absolute wand. The things he can see, the passes that are on, the balls he can thread. The guy is superb. He'll have another fantastic season, I should say, I'm sure, for Arsenal this year. And he's got fantastic hair. He's very good looking. He looks like he's in a boy band. He's got everything going for him, and that's why Martin Ødegaard is number 1 in my list of number 8s. There you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for the suggestion. Let me know in the comments below. We're going to work our way through all the numbers, I'm sure, at some point. I'm going to probably do another table prediction towards the end of this week, as the season is looming, only a few days away, and the 92 Clubs song will be here very soon, I promise. Taking a while to put together, but it will be here, and then the season can kick off finally. Subscribe if you're new here, comment below, like the video, join my Patreon if you've got a few quid spare each month, and I'll see you again tomorrow for another video. Until then, take care, goodbye.